So matter means what? Yes, matter means any object. Okay, there are different types of objects around us, right? So any object which want some space to occupy and also has mass are called what? Matters. Yes, we are also matter. We are also matters.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, also we have mass as well as we want some space to occupy, right? Human bodies also matter and any object, whatever may be the pen, anything, whatever this bottle. So any object which has mass and also if it wants some space to occupy, then what we call that objects? They are called
Matter. Materials.
matters. Yes, they are called matter. Okay. So matter and materials. So what is the difference between matter and materials? Okay, any object that wants space as well as if it has mass, then we call matter. So what do you mean by materials? Have you heard about materials? Different types of materials.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
What is materials?
Materials is the thing from which a thing can be made, or the raw
Yes.
material of a thing.
Yeah, raw material of a thing. But that material is making from where? From matter only, right? Anything that we make from matter are called materials, right? For example, matter, for example, when we take a wood, okay, from a tree, okay, wood. Okay, we can make furnitures and all, right? Yes, that is materials. Anything, any object or anything that we make from matter are called materials. Understand what is matter and materials? Clear?
Yes,
All of you?
ma'am.
Yes, matter and materials. Okay, coming to matter. So matter occupies space and has mass. Okay, that is matter. So what do tree, air, and water have in common? All the things what is common in all the
Ma'am,
three
they
things that is.
require
And
space.
they are matters.
Yes, they are
All are
they are
states
all,
of
yes,
matter.
okay, but they are in the different states only, right? Tree is in the solid state, air is in the gas state, and water is in the liquid state. But they all have mass and also they want some space to occupy. But because air is not visible, but air is around us, right? Here and there, everywhere there is air in our surroundings, right? They also has mass. How we will know that air has mass? How what we Yes. If you blow balloon, yes, that is a great example. If you blow
Ma'am,
in a
the
balloon,
balloon will change weight.
yes. Okay, so that air has also mass, water, tree. Okay, so any object which has mass and it occupies space are called matters. Now we will see what are the different properties of matters. Properties of matter means what? Yes, it has mass, first of all, then volume.
Mass,
Volume means what?
volume, then
Ah,
shape.
shape. Volume means what?
Volume means the amount of space it occupies.
Yeah, how much space it
occupies.
Yes, how much space it want to occupy. So here in the two beakers, if you see, yes, two beakers, there is some water, right? So this is also 100 ml and this is also 100 ml. Okay, so this is the amount of space that they want to occupy. They want, right? That is the volume. And shape means what? Their shape. Yes, different types of shapes. Yes, all the different things are in different shape only. So these are the matters. Now, if I ask, what is the difference between mass and weight? Have you heard about these two things like mass and weight? What is the difference
Ma'am.
between mass and weight?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, they both are same.
ma'am, the weight is the force required to lift a object, and mass is what will be the weight of the object at different places, at different
Yes.
planets.
Ma'am, they both are same.
Okay.
They both are same.
Okay, so don't get confused with mass and weight. Whenever you hear both these terms for the next time, keep in mind that mass will be the amount of matter present in an object. Okay, that is the mass. And weight is mass plus gravitational force. Yes, how much the earth is? Yes, how much the earth is pulling that object. Yes, mass will be same for everywhere. For every place, it is same only mass. But weight will change. Okay. In the earth, if we weight, okay, if our weight is 98 Newton in the earth, it will be of 60 Newton in the moon because there is the gravity is very less in the moon. So our weight will be very less. So that is the difference between mass and weight. Mass will be same for everywhere. Wherever we go to moon also, and whenever we are in the earth also, mass will not change. But what will change? Weight will change,
Weight.
because in the weight is mass plus the gravitational force exerted by the earth, right? What do you mean by gravitational force?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
we have
the
learned this
pull
in
of
the fourth
gravity
class.
that pulls an object towards the earth
Yeah, that is the force. Yes,
because of the core
everything.
of the planet.
Yes, every object in the earth will pull everything towards it. That is what is the gravitational force. That's why we are able to stand in the ground. Otherwise, what will happen if there is no gravity, less gravity? We will
We'll
float
be flying
only.
in the air.
Yeah, we will
It will
fly.
be simulated moon. It
Yeah,
will be
okay.
simulated space.
Okay, now understand what is the difference between mass and weight, all of you? Mass and
Yes,
weight?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Next, classification of matter. How we can classify the matter on the earth? What are the three states of matter? So, matter we can classify into three types.
Solids,
What are they? Yes, solid,
liquids, and gas.
Liquid gas.
yes, solid, liquid, and gas. Yes, every object that we see around us are in either of these solid, liquid, or in the gaseous state. So
Ma'am,
now
in
let us.
solid, ma'am, in solid, the molecules are really closely packed together. In liquid, they are looser than solid, but tighter than gas. In gas, they are fully free.
Yeah, fully free. Very good. Okay, we will come to that. Okay, before going to the state of matter, let us learn some of the important terms about the matters. First one is atoms. What do you mean
Atoms.
by atoms? Have you heard about atoms?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes. What is
Yes,
atoms?
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
What do you
Atoms
mean
are
by
tiny
atoms?
particles that exist on Earth
Yeah.
at
So
the
every
smallest atom.
matter, yes, every matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are very tiny particles. We cannot see that, but every matter is made up of small, tiny particles called atoms. And state, what is the state? What do you mean by state? Yes, that is the condition of matter. It occurs in the earth, right? Whether it is in the solid form or in the liquid form or in the gaseous form. That is what is the state of that matter. And what is volume? Volume.
Volume, the space taken up by a matter.
Yeah, that is the amount of space. How much space an object want to occupy, right? That is what is the volume. And mass means what? Mass is the amount of matter. And when we talk about weight, also mass plus gravitational force is there. And the weight will change from place to place. But mass will change. Is there any change to mass? Whenever go to
No,
moon,
ma'am.
no. Mass, there is no change, but weight will change according to the change in gravity. Okay. Now, these are the particle arrangements in matter. So, let us see. These are the three types of matters, right? Solid, liquid, and gas. See how nicely the particles are arranged in solid one after the another, right? Yes, the particles are very close only in the solid. See, solid means what? All the things, that is the pen, bottle, everything that is solid only, right? Liquid, what coming to liquid, what is the arrangement of particles here? They are loosely packed. They are not as tightly packed as solid, but loosely packed. And what about gas? Oh, all the particles are
Ma'am.
very far apart. They are easy to,
Ma'am.
their feet, yes.
Ma'am, in a gas do not have volume because they occupy all the amount of space available in a simple closed shape.
Yes, so they do not have a definite volume. Whenever something gas is there, whenever we open a bottle or something, gas is there, and it will occupy all the space. They do not have definite volume also. Yes, very good. Yes, Mitreshwar, you're saying something? Okay. So these are the particle arrangements in matter. Now let us see the properties of materials. What are the properties of materials? Okay. So before that, solids are of two types. Okay. That is crystalline as well as amorphous. Crystalline like structure means what? Yes, they are like in our daily
Crystals.
life we use, yes, sugar, salt. They are in the crystal form. What about this amorphous form, powder like structure? Yes, that is flour,
Salt.
atta. Yes. Salt is crystalline, like crystal like structure. Okay. Amorphous means all the powder like structure, rice flour, like all the, yes, that is amorphous form. And liquids are also viscous. That is, some of the liquids are very loose, some are thick and sticky. You can see honey, and also the tar, which we use in the roads, construction
And
of roads. You can
also,
see,
ma'am,
yes.
also
Hmm.
the chocolate,
Yeah,
the
yes.
chocolate
Many,
syrup.
yes, yes. Many liquids are like they are viscous. Viscous means very thick and sticky. They will not flow for a very second. Whenever pour in the something like, they will not flow, easily flow. Yes. Some liquids are volatile. Volatile means what? They will evaporate very easily. For example, can you please tell me some examples of volatile liquids?
Ma'am,
Water.
moss ball.
Water. Naphthalene balls.
No, no. Liquids only. Like sanitizer, hand sanitizer.
Ma'am, water.
Okay, water. No, I'm not asking about water. Like perfumes, they will evaporate very easily, right? Perfumes, hand sanitizer, nail polish remover. Yes, nail polish remover. Okay, I think girls, yeah, girls know this. Yes, nail polish remover. They will evaporate very easily. They are called volatile liquids. Hand sanitizer, they will very evaporate easily than water, right? Have you ever noticed that? During the time of
Yes,
COVID,
ma'am.
hand sanitizer, yes. So they are the examples of volatile liquids. Now we will see the properties of the mate- materials. Okay, first one is the shape. What about the solid? They have a definite shape, right? Here you can see they have definite shape. And what about liquid? They have
Ma'am,
definite
take
shape.
shape of the container.
Yeah, it will take the shape of the container. Whenever we pour that in a glass, it will take the shape of the glass. Whenever we pour that water in a bottle, it will take the shape of that bottle. Okay, they do not have definite shape. And what about gases?
Ma'am, they do
Gases,
not have definite shape.
yeah, they also do not have definite shape. Yes, coming to the volume. What about the volume of solids?
Ma'am, definite.
Yeah, definite volume.
Right.
Yes, all of you should answer, okay? Not one or two children, okay? All of you should answer. Yes. Next, what about the volume of liquids?
Definite.
Ma'am, they
Yeah,
are
they are,
definite.
yes, they are also definite. And what about gas?
Ma'am, they are not
Not
definite.
definite.
Yes,
Not
not definite because they will take the entire space. Wherever the space is there, they will take the entire space. What is the attraction between the molecules in the solid? Molecules
Very,
attract.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
very
really
strong.
closely packed.
yes, very tightly packed and they are very strong attraction between the molecules and the liquids.
Ma'am,
Not very,
loose.
so much,
Or
not very
Not
strong.
very,
Not
yes,
very
not very
strong.
strong as solids. And what about gases?
ma'am,
Negligible.
open.
Yes, they are very far apart. There is no attraction, right? And how is the arrangement of molecules?
It
Arrangement
is
of molecules.
tightly
Yes,
packed.
tightly packed. And what about liquids?
Less tightly packed.
Less tightly
When
packed.
usually packed,
And for, yes, gas. What about the case
far
in
apart.
gas?
Far
Yes, very
apart.
far apart. And what is, yes, position of molecules? How's the
Fixed.
position?
It's fixed.
Fixed position, right? Here, if you see in solid, you can see they have a fixed position. They are not moving here and there. They are in the fixed place only. And what about liquids?
Not
Ma'am,
fixed.
not fixed.
Yeah, not fixed. And
Not
what
fixed.
about gas?
Ma'am, not
Not
fixed.
fixed.
Yes, gas also not fixed. It is clear. Yes, gas molecules are very far apart. Okay. Now let us see the change of state. Okay. Change of state, right? One matter will changes to another state, right? So sometimes solid will changes to liquid, liquid will changes to gas. Yes, water is one of the greatest example of that, right? Here in the ice cube, you can see in this picture, see how nicely it is packed in orderly only, right? He is here. See, See here how the molecules are arranged in solid. And when it comes to liquid, what happened? Yes, it is loosely packed only. The molecules are, there is some space in between the liquid. And what about gas? The molecules are very far apart. Can you see the molecules? Small, small molecules? Yes, they are very far apart only. So, there are different type of state, change of state. Okay, we will discuss one by one in detail. Okay. Okay, first one is the melting. Melting means what? Melting means what?
The process of changing of solid into liquid is called melting.
Okay. Okay, one by one. Okay, one by one say. Okay, otherwise I will not understand what you are saying. Okay. Next time when I ask one by one, have to answer. Okay. So process of converting solid to liquid is called melting, or we can say it is fusion. Okay. So here, see, when you see here, see all the molecules are arranged in a particular manner. But when it melts, what happened? The molecules are here and there only, right? There is space in between also. Yes. So this is the when a state, that is solid state, changes to liquid state, that process is called what? Melting. That process
Melting.
is called melting. And who is responsible for melting? Who is responsible for
Heating.
melting?
Ma'am,
Yes,
Heating.
heat. Yes, temperature is responsible for melting. When there is more temperature, melting will occur in a faster way, right? Yes? Okay. Now, next is the solidification. Yes, solidification means what? It is just reverse of that. Yes,
ma'am,
whenever,
freezing.
yeah, that is when liquid
Solid.
changes to solid. Yes, yes. Yes, whenever there is a like ice cube is there in the freezer, when we take that ice tray and keep it outside, okay, for some time, it will changes to water. And whenever that tray again, when we keep in the fridge, what will happen? It will again change to,
Solid.
Solid.
yes, solid only, right? Who is responsible for this? Who is responsible for making liquid to solid?
The cool temperature.
Yes, temperature only. So higher the temperature, solid will changes to liquid. And if there is low temperature, again this liquid will changes to solid again. Yes, who is playing a great important role in both the cases? Yes, that is the temperature. But the first is high temperature. For solidification, it is a low temperature only. Okay. Now, next coming the evaporation. Yes, have you heard about evaporation, all of you?
Ma'am,
Yes,
evaporation is the
ma'am.
process of liquid changing into water vapor.
Yeah, liquid changes to gas form. That
Gas.
is the process we called as evaporation. Okay, liquid changing to gas state. Okay, so what will happen if we increase temperature? If we give more temperature, what will happen?
It will.
Evaporation increases
Ma'am,
or
it will
decreases?
melt and then evaporate.
Yeah,
Evaporate.
if we give more heat, evaporation will occur in a
Faster rate.
faster way. Yes, and if there otherwise also the evaporation will happen. Okay, so now tell me, what is the difference between boiling and evaporation? Have you heard about this boiling and evaporation? Yes, what is the difference between that both terms?
Then 1% of and change the boiled and change the gas is called vapor.
Okay. So, evaporation and boiling means evaporation is happening from the surface of the water. In the water bodies like pond, sea, that is evaporation, right? From the surface of the water is going up and it will become as water vapor, right? In the surface due to the heat. But boiling means what? We are giving some heat and it will occur from the bottom of the container. The boiling will start from the bottom side and the evaporation will start from the surface only, here only, yes?
Ma'am,
So when you
ma'am,
take, yes, yes,
Ma'am, hot water is harder to evaporate than cold water.
Yes, hot water. See, hot water boiling will take, when we boil, what will happen? We are giving more heat. Yes. So evaporation will takes place in a faster way, right? It will take place in a faster way only. Okay.
Because it is already in hot temperature.
Yes. So increase in surface area. Surface area means what? Okay. Suppose there are two
Ma'am,
containers.
I
Okay.
said it the other way around. Ma'am, I said that it is easier for cold water to evaporate faster as the cold water's molecules suddenly get the increase in temperature, while the hot water's temperature is already hot and it is takes more time to evaporate.
Yes. Okay. So one case when you there are two containers, okay. So this is one container and this is another container, okay. And here we are keeping these two containers with full of water in the sun, okay. So in which container the evaporation will happen in a faster way?
In the big container, because the area of exposure is larger than the
Yes,
second container.
when the surface area increases, evaporation will also increases. Yes.
It if it, the air is dry, the temperature is sunny and windy.
Okay. That will also increases the rate of evaporation. Increase in surface area also increases the rate of evaporation. So next state is the sublimation state. Sublimation state, have you heard about this? All of you, sublimation?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
What do you mean by sublimation?
Ma'am, sublimation is the state.
Means the
Ma'am, in sublimation,
solid
state
directly changes
turns
to
into
gaseous form.
Yes. Sublimation means what? Yes. Solid will directly changes to gaseous state without going to the liquid state. That process is called sublimation. For example, we can say that camphor. Yes, camphor solid will changes to directly to gaseous form without going to the liquid
Like
state. That is camphor.
naphthalene balls,
Yeah, naphthalene balls.
mothballs.
Yes. So these are the examples of like these are the things which can change from solid to gas directly without going to liquid state. And from gas to solid, what we call that process? When a gas will change directly to solid without going to liquid state. Yes, what we call this process?
Desublimate.
Yes, this process is called deposition. What we call?
Deposition.
Deposition. Yes, we call this process deposition. That is sublimation. From solid to liquid, solid to gas, that is called sublimation. And from gas to solid, we call this is deposition. Okay. So these are the two processes. Now coming to condensation. Condensation means what? What do you mean by condensation?
When a cold, something cold is taken out from from the refrigerator and let it sit for a while, it tiny water droplets become at the surface of the cold, because the when
Ma'am,
the water
condensation is the process
temperature
for
of outside gets
water
contact
vapor
with
changing
the
into
liquid cold water, then it
the
Yes, yes.
process of
forms
condension of
into
gas
water.
into liquids and cooling is called
Hmm.
condensation.
Yes. Okay, very good. So the process by which the change of state, that is from gas to liquid, is called as condensation. Okay, so here you can see the picture of a bottle, right? This is the bottle that we take from the freezer, and when we kept outside for some time, you can see small water droplets outside, right? Why this is coming from inside or outside? From where this water
Outside,
drop outside? How it is coming?
because when the hot
Hmm.
temperature of outside gets in
Hmm.
contact with the cold temperature of the bottle, it
Yes.
becomes water droplet.
Yeah,
Means
there
it
is a water
evaporates.
vapor, yes, in the water bottle. And when it comes, yes, comes in contact with the
because
warmer
of
air.
humidity.
Yes, warmer air outside, it will, yes, that is, we can see small droplets here, right? It is not from inside, but from outside only, okay? So this process is called condensation, okay? And also evaporation, the water will go up as evaporation and it cools down due to condensation and it will form as rain also, right? Next is the expansion and contraction. So what do you
Ma'am,
mean by expansion? Yes.
I have a question
Okay,
about
please.
the first two. I have a question.
Okay.
So, if solid can change into liquid, does it mean that the solid molecules change into the form of liquid molecules?
The molecules are same only, but they will take some space.
Oh, okay. And
Okay,
the
the
other
molecules.
question
Hmm.
is, in evaporation, does the solid molecules amount change when it is changing into gaseous state?
No,
It remains the same.
yeah, it's remain the same, but the molecules will take. Okay, that is what we are discussing now. That is the expansion and the contraction. Okay, now when I discuss when I explain this, you will understand what is that. Okay, so in the expansion and the contraction, that is substances will expand when we heat up. Okay, what will happen here? This is the suppose this is the solid state. It is in the cold state only. That is solid state. What happens when we give heat? Yes, they will take more space. Here you can see they will take more space, the molecules, right? They will take more and more space here. Okay. So, and whenever we give on like hot more and more, it will changes to liquid state. And again, they will take more and more space. They will changes to gas state. And whenever we cool down, that is what is expansion. Whenever we give heat, they will take more and more space. They will changes to other matter, other type of states, right? And what is contraction? Contraction means once it is cooled, okay? Once we stop giving the heat, it will start cooling, and they will again changes to liquid state, and also the molecules will very come closer and closer, and they will become the solid state only. Yes, this is what is the expansion and contraction. Okay,
Let's practice.
yes. Okay, so let us see some questions. Okay, you have to answer this question. Which process is involved in the drying of a wet floor? Which process is involved? Wet floor.
Ma'am, evaporation.
Yes, that is evaporation only. Okay, that is evaporation due to the temperature. That is escaping. The water molecules are escaping. That is evaporation only. Next, a substance does not have a fixed volume and it occupies the total space of the container. It can be compressed also. So, what is X likely
Gas.
to be?
Liquid.
Gas.
Yes,
Gas.
Gas.
yes, gas only because they have
Yes.
no definite volume, no. Yes, it can be compressed also. Okay, when it is open, they will take the entire space. Yes. Okay, so see this Venn diagram. This is a Venn diagram, and here X and Y, you have to identify X and Y.
Ma'am, why could be glass?
Ma'am, see. X could be a silver vessel.
X is lustrous
Ma'am,
and
why
Ma'am,
could be
silver
glass?
vessel. See, X could be silver vessel.
Ma'am,
Because silver is shiny, when it is
hmm,
lustrous, and it is silver is also hard.
ma'am, it can be D, ma'am. Because if X is lustrous, then it could be silver's vessel, and then Y is transparent, so it could be glass. So it's both B and C.
okay. So X is, yeah, what do you mean by lustrous? Shining only, right?
Yes.
Shining. So X is lustrous and hard. So X could be silver vessel,
See.
right? Silver vessel has some shining. It is hard also. And Y is transparent and hard. So glass is transparent and it is hard also. Yeah. So B and C
Ma'am,
are correct.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
glass is breakable.
Breakable, but that is hard only, right? They are very hard.
Glass is breakable. We can't break it with a single punch, or else our
Yes.
hand will also get damaged.
Yes, that is hard only. They are hard and also transparent. So both B and C are correct. Y could be glass and X could be silver vessel. So you have to just read, understand this question, and don't when you look the question, don't say that yeah, it is the answer. You have to go through all the options and read it again and again. See here, both B and C are correct only. So D is our correct answer. Okay. Yes, I hope that you understand this. Yes, type of matter and their changes of state that we have learned today. Yes, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.